Second. This is the MMO Show, episode 17, recorded on Friday, November 27th, 2015.
It's all accurate.
5 minutes are up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine.
Did I get it in there?
No,
Yeah.
his is way done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we have 2 out of 4 cameras, 50% participation today, ladies and gentlemen, on the MMO Show. For those of you joining us live, that's not going to be in the show part, though.
No, that's during the music.
This is the music. So.
Yeah.
I like the new theme.
No. Comes a little dance.
Wait, but it's an audio show.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's for the live benefit of the live people, I guess. Anyway.
Can't wait for our soundtrack to come out.
Yeah. All right. You guys ready to start this thing?
Wait, am I or are you?
I'll
this?
host it.
All right.
But if I screw up again like I did last week, you got to jump in.
How did you screw up?
I was overserved.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Things got silly.
I've only been overserved by pie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
What was her name?
No such thing.
It was very moist pie.
Yeah, it was. Wasn't it?
Welcome to the MMO Show. This is a very moist episode, number 17.
Massively moist.
Massively moist.
Moist.
On this episode, we have your usual hosts, Steven.
Ugh, my mother calls me that.
I know,
Hi, how's
you
it going?
say that all the time. And Jason.
Hello.
And Brenttholomew.
Bartholomew.
And I'm Shannon. Well, I don't know. Brent's not really short for anything, and neither is Jason or Shannon. See, Steve, we use our full names. Like, no?
I am. It's Steve.
It's not like Steventhal.
No. Like Rosenthal?
I don't know.
Steven,
Your
y'all.
name.
Yeah. Brenttholomew.
Short for Stephanie.
All right.
I thought it'd be short for something cool.
Nope.
Stevenson.
Nope. It is Steven. But
Steven.
Stefan.
Stefan Urkel.
Well, Steve-O,
Yeah.
what you got in your beverage container this evening?
Again, Coney Island hard root beer.
You're really sticking with that. What happened to your...
That's my favorite.
You were your Amaretto Sour guy, and then you were the Di Serono guy, and now you're just root beer
I'll
guy.
get back to the Di Serono.
Yeah.
Are you?
You never
Are you
mix,
at the
though.
point?
You're like-
Are you drinking them between shows, or are you just drinking them for the show?
I'll have one or two here or there, but not like nightly or anything.
Okay, good. I was kind of I was hoping you weren't turning in like a really raging alcoholic
On root beer?
Yeah.
So do you have to make multiple trips, or is this something?
No, I won.
Back for more root beer.
Never know when there's a run on the root beer.
Yeah,
I'll have a few a week.
and you get really mad and start just pounding root beers, and you throw the spaghetti against the wall.
Yep.
Does that happen?
No.
No.
Yeah, if they're out of the actual hard root beer, I'll just start mixing drinks into regular root beer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Well, Brent, do you have a beverage this evening?
Yeah, I made a special, and I think I don't know if Germans get mad at you taking their big glasses and filling it with non-beer stuff.
Yeah.
But I got a big Kahlua and milk.
That sounds awesome.
Salted caramel Kahlua.
Oh, wow.
Good
That
stuff.
does
It's
sound
big.
good. That is big. You're getting your calcium. That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's
Moist.
that's
The outside is real moist.
that's healthy. Jason, what's your beverage?
Coors Light.
Coors, sticking with the classics.
Yeah, I haven't drank much beer lately, so
Yeah.
I was gonna drink beer tonight. You gotta stick with what works.
There you go. Cool. I have a Merlot. Yeah.
Merlot.
Yeah, it's just a Merlot. It's a really crappy one.
Merlot.
That's what it says on the bottle. Enjoy
So your red wine
a crappy Merlot.
aficionado?
No.
I'm a Moscato. Like when I drink wine, it's Moscato. I don't think it counts.
No, it does. It totally counts. Moscato's tasty, but I can only have like half a glass, and then I gotta go brush my teeth.
Really?
It's so sugary. It's like
Oh.
so sweet. Like I'm not a sweet
Okay.
drinking person. You know that. Like I'd prefer to have vodka martinis, and don't you dare put anything sugary in it.
Yeah.
But that's me. The only time I
My
drink,
antithesis.
yeah. The only time I like sweet drinks is I do enjoy like Captain and Diet. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Vodka and Diet 7-Up. I like that too. You gotta be careful mixing vodka in stuff though, especially sweetened stuff, because it'll make it start tasting like medicine. Like, because it's
Well, now they do it for you. They just give it to you with like cotton candy and like
Yeah.
ice cream and like there's 50
like the
billion
flavor
flavors.
infused
29 flavors of
Yeah, it's
vodka.
Crazy.
It is crazy.
That's a Baskin Robbins waiting to happen.
I don't.
Basking in your
Grown
vomit.
up, yeah, Baskin Robbins. I don't know how you decide, like, I want that much of that. Like, how do you know you're going to drink, like, that one drink all the time out of that whole fifth? You know?
Oh, you just get a few of them, a few different ones, and then a mixer, and then
You just,
I'm not. It's not like I do this often.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, because
But I
I'm just
do.
thinking, like, you know, we'll have a fifth in there, and it'll be there for a while, and you have friends come over, and someone might want, you know, one thing made out of the vodka, and someone else might want something else made out of the vodka. How do you know, like, you're going to use that whole fifth for blueberry flavors? It's just,
Yeah, fifth.
it
Yeah,
just
that's right.
It's beyond
Get a
me.
fifth. Oh, yeah. Stick with the fifth.
All right.
So yeah,
We're done with drinks. Good. We'll get into.
I'm not done with it yet.
You're not. No, I mean we're done talking about
Oh.
drinks. I think. But I do want to talk about gaming. I did a lot of gaming, kind of. So I'm gonna start with me.
It's been a long
sounds
weekend
good.
already.
Huh?
You've been
It's
off,
been a-
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been a long weekend already.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How was your? And we should ask. How was your Thanksgivings?
So
Or-
mine went well. You guys?
It was good. Mine was good.
It's good.
good.
It was good. That's all we're gonna
Everybody
say.
have-
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. That's all right.
Food is good. It was my second Thanksgiving. We had a previous Thanksgiving a few weeks ago with my wife's side of the family, and yesterday was my side of the family, and I had some pumpkin pie, some pecan pie. My wife was kind enough to make me another pecan pie today.
Wow.
Nice. Let me ask y'all this. This is completely off topic. Go figure. But my sister-in-law like is kind of divorced.
In the
Separated.
process,
Well, yeah, but she just moved in with another guy, and
Mhm.
they were both over at Thanksgiving. Like, is that awkward to anyone else but me?
Whoa. Like, her husband and her boyfriend were there?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
weird.
Well,
Well,
so
why
it's
was her
her
husband there?
son's birthday at the same time.
oh, okay.
But we weren't really like we had cake after the turkey and everything, but it was still just like, we're sitting there at the table and it's like husband, boyfriend.
How long ago did they separate?
Oh, it's been a couple years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
It's still weird.
Yeah, it's it was just awkward. But anyway, games.
I was just thinking, like, that guy, like, he probably
Wait,
wouldn't
did-
want to sit. Like, I can't imagine wanting to go to my ex in laws for Thanksgiving.
Right. No.
Did he get seconds on his plate?
Like, he's totally okay with the situation.
The,
He's like,
the boyfriend did. He got some sloppy seconds and some moist pie.
Well,
man, that was
the-
so gross.
the ex, the new boyfriend, like metaphorically and literally, like grabbed the wishbone and did the whole like tugging it apart.
And the boyfriend loses and just fine walks out. I know what you wish for.
Yeah, I think I would, if my son's birthday was like that same celebration or whatever, I would tell him, like, we'll get together another day and do your birthday, just you and me.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, kids will understand as long as you explain it to them.
Yeah,
Hey, we'll
Yeah.
get you some shit.
I will.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring the show down.
No, that's an interesting
I just
situation.
thought it was
Did
awkward.
you all just kind of like stare, like
You just like
back and forth?
slowly chew your food while staring at him.
No, because he's like really talkative. so
Is he really?
Yeah, he's talking away, and everybody's
that's
having
funny.
a good old time. And I think I'm the only one kind of sitting across the table, like. I came from a divorced family, like where like my parents are divorced, my grandparents are like everybody's divorced, like, and the only times my dad and stepdad have been together have been marriage and birth.
Yeah.
That
no.
was it, and they were never like fisticuffs or anything,
But it wasn't cordial either. It was.
but it's not like they're like, hey, you want to go have a beer and talk about you screwing my ex-wife?
I never did that.
No, not that I know of. Could have. Could have been in there together. I don't know.
Oh wow.
I'd like to give you some pointers.
Oh,
She
too
hates
far,
this.
Too far. We'll go try it now.
For God's sakes, whatever you do, don't.
That's awful.
Just start a new show, Family Ties.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah, that's weird.
So what have you been playing? You've been playing a lot of games, apparently.
I play. Thank you. I was like lost. How do I do this? How do I get back on track?
I was trying to come up with like a Thanksgiving story for my family, but nothing was that interesting.
No, we just
No,
ate food and were nice to each other, and
My
everyone
cousin
was
brought a
married
new
to the right
boyfriend
people.
over, but it's kind of related. He was beautiful, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you like
that was what was weird about the whole thing is because she comes in with this guy, and it wasn't the guy that I remember her with, and
It was a new guy.
she introduced him as her friend, and I was like, afterwards, and after everybody kind of left, there was still like some of the family hanging around. I was like, so, what's her face's new boyfriend? Well, he's beautiful, and then everybody started laughing. It was like, yeah, I'm glad somebody
They
said
were
it.
all thinking that.
Yeah,
It was very pretty.
yeah, he's a very pretty man.
Huh.
What do you look like?
Yeah. Did he look like Jason?
Yeah.
He looked just like Jason.
You like, is that Jason? What do you
That was
Okay,
great.
you guys don't have to laugh that much.
All right.
Turkey.
So I played some Guild Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, losing it here. Good intro to the show there. A little personal stuff. It's always good, but I played some Guild Wars 2. Got my brand new Elementalist to level 80, and she's got 42% world completion, and we're at around the the level 70 area in her main story.
Oh wow.
I'm about halfway done with that segment though already. Like
Okay.
going for that orb from the crate. I don't know if you guys got that far yet. Or remember any of it? No. I can tell by your silence, no. Okay.
I vaguely remember that. The problem with Guild Wars stories, I always forget it as soon as it's over.
Gotcha.
Like, not that I don't like it. It's just, yeah.
Story.
I haven't really done any stories, I guess.
Yeah. You should do your story. It's pretty cool.
There's some good moments in there. I remember moments.
Does your dog die?
I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing. Lots of Guild Wars too. I did this really weird thing where I got a little overly obsessed with skins because whenever you open up, like whenever you acquire a new outfit or whatever, not outfit, I'm sorry, that's a specific thing in the game. But whenever you acquire like a new chest piece, if it's the first of that design or that style that you've found on that character, you can unlock it for your account so that you can transmog anything to look like that from then on. So I noticed that I had certain things unlocked, like for the Elementalist, you pick like a little eye, like mine was Earth, and so I had the Earth one opened up, but I didn't have Storm or Fire or Air eyes opened up because I didn't make those characters, and I didn't start with those starting, pieces. So the only way to ever unlock some of those starting pieces is to create your character with them. So today I went and created and deleted a character over and over and over again until I made like 3 or 4 of everything so that I could unlock all those beginner skins just so I have them.
But now you do.
And now I have them all because I'm a weird completionist weirdo.
That'd be considered like an obsession.
I don't know. I guess I even put like orders in on the marketplace just so I can like unlock the cheapest like skin available for some things. Like I don't even want the item. I just want to unlock the skin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have
I think
a problem.
I did that not too long ago, but I can't remember what set it was for. And I had come across one. It was one of those like mid-tier sets, and I couldn't believe that I didn't have all the skins for it. So I did the same thing. I put in buy orders for the rest of the set just so that I could have all the skins in my wardrobe, just in case they match up with something. I haven't used them yet. But
It's like
That's
the
one thing I've
Buffalo
always liked
Bill of
about.
Guild Wars 2.
what's that, Brent?
I said it's like the Buffalo Bill of Guild Wars 2.
Oh,
Gotta
wear
cut
their
the
skins.
skin.
Oh yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, you do have to constantly go. You have to constantly go in and apply lotion to it.
No, but every time you change something, which I don't like, is you have to use those.
Transmutation stones.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
have to like. I have a few of them that I've just collected because you can get them out of like Black Lion chests and stuff, but you don't get keys to Black Lion chests very often. And
Not unless you're farming them, but even then, yeah, you're not.
yeah, you're still not getting very many. And like,
You get them through the. There's some like map completions that
Yeah.
will give them to you.
yep, I get them that way
Yeah.
too. But once
And
you do
then-
that, you like that's a limited supply. Once you know.
Sure, unless you go through it on another character.
I
yeah.
guess. But yeah, so you can't just keep changing your look all the time, even though you unlock the skins. You have to be pretty set on how you want it to look, and or spend money on gems, or convert
Right.
gold to gems to do it in order to buy
That's
the trans.
truly outrageous.
Yeah, it's kind of
I see what you did.
ha. It's a moist gem show, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what I did. Brent, you're bored with my Guild Wars 2 talk. What were you doing?
I'm
It's
not. I'm
so
not. I'm
great. Tell me what you played.
in the Guild Wars 2 talk because I'm hoping it'll like
Go
be
away.
pulled to the end. Because I actually played some this week.
Did you?
I do things like I started my story back and I was doing these dungeons and I found like this jump puzzle that like went to nowhere and I was like, well, that sucks, and like quit out because I was just bummed.
Oh,
So I get to things like that and I'm just like, I'll go play something else.
all
I
right.
see my phone.
It may not be your game.
Well, there's some cool things though. I mean, so I'm waiting for the holiday stuff to see what that's got. I actually installed WildStar today, and it was doing the same thing, like jumping in, trying to figure out where the hell I should go. Like, and I did like one quest, and I'm like, I don't even know if this is the right place, and so I just went to my house and started looking at stuff, and then I quit out again.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in this like limbo right now. I'm thinking about going back to like EQ.
You said that last week.
Yeah, but then I think about how the grind's going to be in that, and so yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for something new, like something that'll just pique my interests.
Gotcha.
Are you considering anything like a Crowfall or any of the upcoming ones? Is
Well,
kind of where you're
you know,
tying your hat?
I put some money in this Camelot Unchained, so I'm
A little,
really,
yeah. We did talk about that last
Another
week.
egg in that basket.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't believe you're not in alpha with all the money you've put into it already.
Well, I try, but it always errors out, and it's like you should uninstall it, and install it, and so I do, and it still doesn't work, and so I'm like, God, they
Surprised
need
he's
that
not developing
program.
for them for all the monies. And
Yeah. You should talk to somebody because I know people in it. They don't have any problems. So,
I would, but like I don't want to take any of their time off the development.
dude, you've
'cause
given them a lot of money.
I really haven't given that much.
If you're in alpha, you've given them a
not
lot of money.
Right now.
I mean, we're not talking Star Citizen money, but you've given them some cash. So,
I mean, we have our weekly calls and we talk
Yeah.
about a few things.
yeah,
I'm on the board, you know.
that's cool.
So yeah, I don't know. Part of me is like worried that the next thing I'm going to play really is Legion, like the WoW expansion, and I really don't want that to be.
Yeah, that's like 7 months away, isn't it? 6 months?
No, well,
Probably in the summer.
rumors are spring or summer.
Okay.
Speculation is then.
Oh well, at BlizzCon, they seemed pretty. People were pretty solid about it being 7 months away.
Yeah, they gave the release date in September, but they've got to give like the furthest release date that they know no matter what they're going to hit, basically.
Gotcha.
Everyone's
keeping
optimistic
themselves-
that they're going to do the whole thing where they said they're going to get expansions out quicker.
Yeah,
But-
beta's already started. There's people getting
Yeah,
beta.
that's true.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I saw the Twitter feed frenzy earlier in the week. People are freaking out. Anyway, that's cool.
So you think chances are you'll be hitting up EverQuest again?
Yeah, I think so.
Aw. I miss
Well-
our dungeon stuff though.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd love to do a like if there's a game where we do a dungeon, I'll join.
Guild Wars 2 has dungeons.
Let me know. I've got the game.
Try it. All right. It'd be
If,
fun to try.
If we want to, I don't know if y'all have gotten Shogal yet, but we can trade that. I've got Shogal, so we could trade him around if people need to get him in the heroes.
I don't know.
Oh, Heroes of the Storm.
Oh. Gotcha,
That's right.
gotcha.
I totally forgot. I was like Cho'Gall. Who's? But I,
All right.
Sorry.
I had
Switch
seen
games.
Yeah, Cho'Gall's the 2-player hero in Heroes of the Storm. Actually,
Yep,
looks
I
pretty interesting.
unlocked them earlier.
Did you?
Well, I don't have it yet, but they Heroes of the Storm was running a tournament earlier today, and if you logged in on Twitch and watched it with your Blizzard account connected to your Twitch, it's supposed to unlock. So it might
Oh,
already
nice.
be my roster, but
Oh,
yeah,
crap! I didn't know that.
I tweeted it.
I did.
He
read it,
doesn't
so
You
follow
should
you.
follow.
I should follow you.
He would have texted you or called you, but
No,
Too busy picking up some root beer.
yeah.
I was too busy.
Daddy
Putting
needs his juice.
up, too busy putting up Christmas decorations.
We're doing that tomorrow. Jason had to work today. It was such a drag.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was awful. But I did our typical, I do an after Thanksgiving dinner because, him being the vegetarian and stuff, we always go away for Thanksgiving, either to my family or his family's, and so then we are limited on leftovers.
Yeah.
So I usually do a day after Thanksgiving dinner here with just us. So, but
Thanks.
we like to do some of the holiday decorating, but since he was working, it would have just been Matt and I doing it. And Jason does not want to miss out on that. I know.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to do that tomorrow. But anyway.
Sounds like as much as I like doing it.
Yeah. Well, he's tall, so we need him to do the top of the tree stuff.
I gotta be there.
Jason,
Put the topper on.
They couldn't get it done without me.
what have you been doing this week?
Getting ready for this decorating.
No in gaming.
Doing stretching, limbering up.
Yeah.
I've been still playing Guild Wars 2, and I've been leveling a ranger.
Good job.
I want a ranger.
Thank you. I finally, in my head, I remember there are huntsmen, what do they call the crafting stations.
Yeah.
So that's not my class.
No, it's not.
That's a profession.
There you go.
Jeez.
That's like the DPS on that is insane, and I'm near 50, so all you end gamers don't pick that apart. But compared to what I've been playing, like the DPS on that is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty good. They put out some pretty solid numbers. I'm not sure where they are with the. There was a while there where I was playing Ranger, and I'm sure I'm outdated now. But
You're giving out
the
bad
sword-
info.
Yeah, I am. The sword main hand DPS used to be just crazy high.
the two-handed, you mean, or
No,
just
not the great
okay.
sword. Single
Got it.
sword.
Single sword with
but
the
the
offhand?
problem with it though is it's one of those like the auto attack is a 3-step attack. There's
Yeah.
a lot of the auto attacks on the number 1 for most classes have like a 3-step where
Yeah.
each one of the 3 hits does something different. But on the Ranger, it had one problem that it was either I think it might have been number 2, the second step of it, that it would actually pull your character towards your target.
You didn't always want
you
to
would
do that.
do a hit, and then you do this
Yeah.
jumping, lunging attack. So if you were trying to move away from your target and it popped up, it would draw you back into them. So it was one of those things that it was
Don't push that
really
one.
good DPS, but for
Yeah.
mobility it kind of sucked, and usually a lot of people just turn off the auto attack portion of it. And
I
including
can
myself.
totally see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, became a pain.
I very quickly learn whenever I'm messing with different classes or different weapons, and they have those abilities that just are automatically have movement in them. I very quickly tried to make my brain remember those because I want to remember. I want to know when I'm moving around the battlefield,
Yeah.
and those are useful in certain situations, but for most fights I tend to not use those. But I know I like the hunter. I'm mostly sticking
Ranger?
between.
No, he likes the hunter.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that profession, Steve. I mean,
It's a huntsman.
you make all these leathery things.
Loves leather. The
It's fun.
moist leather.
Moist and leather.
It's the leather, and then sometimes when I'm not being a huntsman, I'll go do some ranger stuff. I like that too.
I have a question real quick. You know the new level 80 thing with the Heroes of the Storm or what is it? Not Heroes of the Storm.
Heart of Thorns?
Heart of Thorns. Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry. The Heart of Thorns thing where now you're level 80 and so now my character unlocks the Tempest ability and it's only with the War Horn for the Elementalist, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
but I like leveling up. I really enjoyed using a staff. Am
Here's what you
dumb
do.
to not play the Tempest? Not use a Warhorn all the time when I like
No,
the
because
staff.
actually, right after you get Tempest, you still need to get a bunch of hero points so that you can dump in all the points into the Tempest spec, so that you have all the traits on that spec line.
But
Right. So what you can do is the Tempest, like that one specifically, I know about because that's my main in quotes character is an elementalist. The Tempest,
Damn.
you get the Warhorn. Yeah, I'm gonna drop some huntsman knowledge here. Okay, so the Tempest you get worth the expansion. You can the elementalist can equip in a Warhorn, but Tempest build is separate from the Warhorn.
it is.
So, yeah, so you're going to have like your F1, F2, F3, F4. You know how all those have abilities for the Elementalist based on which weapon you have equipped? So you're still going to get the benefit of that and the Tempest slot skills and still be able
Okay.
to run Staff because Staff is my favorite to run, especially in WV-Dub, which I did quite a bit of this past week. But you still get all those options, and so I would run a Tempest build while running a Staff.
Okay.
That makes sense?
No, but I can.
Sure, I'm fucking it up.
No, I'll have to go look at it because it just seemed to me like I have a Warhorn, a Warhorn, and
Right. Well,
I don't even like using an offhand.
And the way I play it, yeah, like the Warhorn's
So-
good for kind of more scenario type situations where you're running mid. You're not up close with a dagger, but you're not as far back with an AOE as much as you need with a staff. But Tempest has a whole bunch of new skills that you can equip without having a Warhorn. Equipped in your weapons.
I'll have to look at it, and I'll probably have to have you look at it because Brent's eating his mic. But that's
I'm
cool.
sorry.
Look moist.
Was that ice?
It was
Probably
that.
a good thing to chew
Yeah,
ice.
I do that too.
Let's see.
All right, I'll have to look at it because sorry, I wasn't real clear about how to even unlock the Tempest thing, and then you showed me that, and then it seemed to me like all I got was a Warhorn. So I guess I'll have to look at it some more and see what the
I
difference
felt
is.
really dumb in guild asking.
No, I don't ask anything in guild. Everyone in our guild,
No, I asked in guild and they were super helpful.
I know they would be. They're really nice people, but they already talk over my head on things, and they're asking questions about when other people are talking about they did a dungeon and they went and did some fractals and stuff, and they went and did a raid, and they're talking to each other, and I was in the voice chat listening, and I didn't know how to answer half the questions they were starting out asking about their characters and stuff to figure out how they were geared up to do this thing, and it's oh god, I can never play with them. I will never understand what they're asking me. So there is a level to Guild Wars 2 that I am not at, and I don't know if I'll ever get there. So
That's the thing. They take me along with that stuff.
Yeah.
And I still don't know it.
All right.
I'm very. I'm like on the cusp of understanding a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
I was on the raid that we went on and went into it knowing
I
that
volunteered you for that. They asked,
yeah, thanks.
They asked me to go, and I'm like, oh no, Slurm said he wanted to do this. I don't want to take his spot.
Well, it was the first time that I had been on it. It's the new raid in the game,
Yeah.
and I guess we'll just transition into my week with it. But that was I got apparently volunteered. It was interesting, but it was like we went into it with the knowledge of, hey, we don't even have a full raid team to go in and do this. Nobody's really prepared for this. I mean, some of the people in this group have done raids before, but hey, we'll just give it a shot.
For funsies.
And they started asking me about my build on this guy that was
And
like
the
my new
trinkets,
character.
and you're all. I'm like, oh my god, I have no idea. Like, I don't
Well,
even.
and
I don't know
knew
my
some
build.
of it, but I was still literally in the process of deciding which build I was going to go with the guy. So his gear wasn't really even set up right. I ended up going in as a healer, and that's not what I'm even doing anymore. But it worked out okay. We got to like the boss of that first step to get into the place. And then everything just went to hell.
Yeah.
But it went further than I actually even expected it to go. It was interesting, but just the level of like preparedness for this thing that they had set up front was like, hey,
Just totally for kicks. Yeah.
This is just for fun. We're not going to get anywhere with it, but let's try to make it as prepared as possible. It was like,
Because as soon as they were like, "What's your?" They asked I think they asked you like what your build was, and I was like, "Oh,
How much you bench?
Like, well, yeah, I was like, I'm out. I don't even know. Because, like, when I build my character in Guild Wars 2, I don't research a build. I just build it as I go. Like, oh, I want this, and I want this, and I want this. I don't know.
That's how I do it.
I don't know what the build is. Like, I didn't go look it up anywhere. So I'm sure my character is just some, mess of a character, but she plays well for me.
Right. I'm not one to go off of like whatever the meta builds are. I don't care that much. I kind of said, I think I may have even said in chat that night or the night after when we were doing guild missions or fractals or something, I was like, I don't probably build my character right. I build it for whatever feels right to me, like to my play style.
Yeah.
Did
you hear like a collective groan from our guild? Like, oh god, you knew.
I'm sure they probably muted their mics, but I didn't hear it.
That's good.
But no, I'm sure I don't build exactly right. And like with the Revenant, that's what I've been doing this whole week is kind of working on some stuff on the side, but working on but now that he's 80, now that I've got some decent armor on him, I think I've bought 4 or 5 different sets of armor this week trying to figure out how I want to actually play him. And I think I got it narrowed down now, and I have a secondary set of armor that I can swap to if I want to go with more of a healing spec for a dungeon or a fractal or something. But for me, roaming around and soloing and trying to do the map completion stuff, I went with something completely different. I haven't really seen a build exactly like it out there, and it seems to be working for me. And that's what I want. I spent probably 50 gold this week trying to figure it out, and yeah, but it's where I want it now.
How do you make 50 gold? I have 6 silver.
That's not a lot.
No, well, I bought a lot of minis last week.
No, that's true.
Did I mention that last week?
did.
Okay. Bought a lot of minis. I'm up to 100 minis now.
A chunk of my money was actually from months and months ago. I had a bunch of Black Lion claim ticket scraps from like various times in the past where I had been foolish enough to buy Black Lion keys, or if I had got one.
I remember those days. Yeah, I
remember those.
You were so
so
dumb.
I had a few of those, and then I had some that I got from getting keys from map completion and stuff. So I had enough months and months ago. I had enough to get a single claim ticket, and I had bought one of the Black Lion weapon skins, and I had bought it, and then kind of sat on it. And then finally ended up deciding, I was debating whether I wanted to keep it for myself or not, and it sat in my bank for months, and then decided to sell it and got like 100 gold out of it. So,
Damn.
So
do y'all think that, like touching on builds and even to some degree rotations of abilities in games. Do you think that kind of hurts when there's this learning curve to those? Because I know it's like in World of Warcraft, like as a druid, I remember like just playing the druid, how I would think you would use the abilities and getting, a certain DPS and being like, well, man, my DPS sucks once you get meters, and you go look at the actual rotation and then you start following it, and it's and you start like, tripling and quadrupling your DPS. Like, I mean, that's a big difference to me. And it seems like it would kind of hurt games in some aspects.
I think it's just
I think it's unavoidable.
I think right now, I'm at that phase where I get to every time. Jason knows this very well. I have the level 80, and now I have to start actually making some progress with her, like actually getting her some gear and stuff that matters, and doing the end game activities. And this is where I chicken out typically and start a new character, because this is very intimidating for me, and I don't know also if I even want to get to that next. It's a change in gaming. Like right now, all the way up to 80, it's casual, it's fun, it's me doing whatever I want, and I can control the game and play it the way I enjoy it. And it's all very easy. And so
You're
now
not screwing up someone else's game.
yeah, and now like all of a sudden at 80, if I want to start running dungeons and fractals and guild missions and raids and stuff with people, I have to start knowing my build, playing the right build, for the right situation, and having the right gear. And that's a totally different game than how I've been playing up until 80. And I'm not sure ever if I really want to change to that new game.
Right.
It's Guild Wars is.
I think a lot of MMOs
a few
are like
separate
that.
games all in one.
Yeah.
And it's.
But I would argue World of Warcraft's like that too.
I think
true.
most MMOs are.
Yeah, once you start hitting that content where it starts getting that division between, your casual gaming and your actual starting to raid and stuff.
And
Well,
for
I
some.
don't really.
Go ahead, Brent.
Oh, I was just gonna say I don't really get why most of the games don't kind of teach you even like really how you're supposed to play your class in those instances. Usually, you have to go outside the game to a website where people have been doing theory and I can see that if you're tweaking and getting like a 10% boost, but when it's so much of a boost, it seems like there should be some in-game training.
Yeah.
Like, hey, maybe you should try this ability after this one or something.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like if certain builds are just ridiculous, don't let me do them. Don't let me, like, why are you letting me select those things? I don't know. I know like you make me feel like I have all these options, but if I really don't, when I get to the end game, then you really didn't give me those options. You just made me feel like an idiot for when I figured it out.
It's an interesting problem because then if everything's so streamlined and there's nothing
The one way, yeah.
nothing to discover and there's no openness about it, are you going to push away the clientele that really enjoy that end content, that really enjoy the mulling over all the numbers to that degree?
Well, there's also something to be said for those people that find the new way. Like there's some patch that makes this, oh wait, they nerfed us here. What if we went this route?
Yeah.
And changed everything, and now we're doing this. And they find this new, completely awesome way. So
And that exact thing, I mean, in my experience with when I was more mainlining the Ranger, same thing happened year or two ago. God, I can't remember how long ago it was, but they had nerfed some things and buffed some things about the Ranger to the degree in Guild Wars 2 that the spirits that you had as one of the some of the skills skill abilities, excuse me, I can't speak, were before they were kind of seen as this pointless thing. You could use some of them, but they had changed them enough and buffed them enough that now suddenly people in PvP were running with like a complete spirit build that was like, okay, now it's a complete overhaul and change of how you play this class. And now every time I see somebody playing a Ranger now, I never see him anymore because, again, the class has been changed around
completely.
enough and people have figured out that
Yeah.
that's not the optimal way to play, and it's an ongoing evolution of the class, but that happens with every class.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's one way to learn your class. In Guild Wars 2, they let if you go to the PvP, the structured PvP, you're automatically 80, and your build in PvP, structured PvP, is it's like a separate thing. Like you
Yeah,
have
it's very
access.
simple.
Yeah, you have access to like all your abilities, and you build your character for that. So people play with builds a ton for structured PvP in Guild Wars 2, and they can really learn the class and learn what it can do in these. And you don't have to risk like changing your whole character all the
Right.
time in the game. You can just
Right.
go into structured PvP and play with it and really figure out what works.
Totally. And it also
Let's
helped me
experiment a
figure out
lot.
today that in some instances, some matches, I really feel like I understand how to play my class, and then I boot up to another match and just get freaking stomped.
And you're like,
just
I
really
don't
feel
know what I'm
stupid.
doing.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was that it was a night and day change. I went from one match where I felt like I was like, yeah, this is an awesome build. I'm loving what this is doing, and then the next match I went into and just got completely destroyed by some guardian, and it was like took me by surprise because I didn't expect that to happen from a guardian. But yeah, it just made me realize how little I know.
You know, I always played like what would be considered structured PvP in Warhammer. Like you'd always go into like the team versus team type of situations. I did those all the time. But I am intimidated by it in Guild Wars 2, and I think it's because in a Warhammer when I did it, I was the level that I was. They had they had brackets. You know, like you played a certain level bracket, and everyone in there was at least that level bracket and had your abilities of that level. Well, in Guild Wars 2, everyone has all the abilities.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's because I find it intimidating that everyone's level 80 that I don't go in there. And I know I got to get over
Yeah,
that.
it feels way more chaotic.
Does it?
In my opinion, yeah, it's one of the weird things about like the structured PvP in Guild Wars is that like they push SPVP, like the whole esports thing, a lot, and I don't know why. I think that there's like financial reasons too.
Yeah. But that was the big thing
But-
when they launched the game. They really wanted that.
Yeah, and like they're making another big push for it seems because they have the Pro League or whatever it's called that's going on. May have actually been over with by now. I don't know. I'm not paying too close attention to it. But like playing it, it's a neat setup, and it's nice that especially because the game's free now, anybody can jump in and play it as much as you could like a MOBA. But playing it, it's not very like going back to Brent talking about not being informed on things. It's very muddy, like how to actually like if you're a person that has never really played the game and you're jumping in because you saw somebody playing the Pro League stuff and got interested. It would I don't to me
It's
it would
almost
be very
impenetrable.
confusing. Yeah, it seems very confusing, and the actual play is so chaotic, and so many things can happen like split second that it doesn't really. If you're really good, you can see that where you can control those things, but even for me, it feels like it's above my head to some degree.
Do you think like just getting in there and taking your lumps and eventually you learn it is just the way to go?
It almost feels like a Dota 2 to me, to me personally, because like Dota 2 is a MOBA that I watch people play and it looks awesome, but when I go in and I play it, it just is so beyond me.
Yeah, I'm dead
But
now.
then I can go play Heroes of the Storm, and it feels natural.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a really specific example where I felt dumb, and I've messed around with Guild Wars 2 since it launched. So when coming back last week, I unlocked the Tempest back at launch for the Elementalist, and I was going to go do some dub. So I went to dub, and you know how you have your 3 build trees per character?
Yep.
So I went there, and it reset them because I don't know why. I guess it's like, okay, and
Changes
PvP
since the last time.
you might want something different, which I would. I appreciate that. So I was trying to mess around, and it wouldn't let me equip my Warhorn. It wouldn't let me use my Tempest skills, and I was starting to think like, do I have to unlock Tempest separately in WW, or is it? I even thought, was it not something that's allowed in WW? So I asked in Guild, and I was starting to Google it, and I wasn't getting good responses because I was kind of like Googling like Guild Wars 2 Elementalist Tempest WW not allowed or something like that, and I'm not getting any good responses, and people in Guild were really helpful. Like, well, no, you should be able to equip it. And what I realized after about 10, 15 minutes was you can only equip the new skill on the third build tree, like at the
Yeah,
very
and
bottom.
I
But that,
don't
that
get why that is.
why? Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Because you can put all the other ones in any of them.
And
like-
it's totally like it doesn't matter. It should not matter whatsoever what one you're putting it in.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they're tied together in a certain way.
And yeah, I felt really dumb. I don't think like that's it. Like I shouldn't have felt dumb there. I should have just been able to equip it.
And the
Yeah,
only
that's just bad.
only thing that's visual that makes any change, like any visual difference, so that it may be an indicator as to why to do that, is the third one has this faint gold border.
Yeah, very faint.
And yeah, I don't get it at all. Like I don't understand why they did that. I don't know if it was a mechanical thing with the UI that it was hard to incorporate. Like it was just easier for them to write the code so that, okay, you have to put it in the slot. But if that's the case, maybe have something in the UI pop up when you're
Fast.
trying to equip in another one. It says you have to put it down here.
Yeah.
Because they have the pop-ups for like all the Heart of Thorns stuff that like whenever you're trying to use something that you don't have the mastery for yet, the pop-up in the screen up the top left will say, hey, you have to unlock that mastery first. So it's like, well, if they could incorporate those easily enough, well, why couldn't they do it down here? So I don't know.
I don't know.
But
It's
once
a
you know,
mystery, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
The battle.
that's that whole game. I was about to say,
Yeah.
it's one of those things that like, okay, once you know, it's not a big deal. But that's that
No.
whole game.
And,
Is that everything in
once
that
I
game
figured
is
that
so
out-
once you know.
I've had trouble since Heart of Thorns came out. Like when I Google something, I really have to watch the date on the info because if it's pre-expansion, like so much changed with this expansion completely that a lot of stuff is outdated and bad info basically. Because I was like, I actually can't remember what I was looking up. It was like 2 weeks ago, but I searched like 2 or 3 things and it's like this is all old. Like none of this is pertaining to it, and it was really frustrating.
Well, same goes for
Probably
like
worth finding out.
build sites. If you go to websites that you can do class builds on, there's one of the sites that's out there that I used to use a bunch. It was I think it was intothemists.com. It might be. I liked their build calculator setup, but it's completely not updated. I don't think it's been updated for a while, but I've been kind of out of the loop until this recent comeback. But yeah, it doesn't have any of the new class build stuff. But there's another site that's I think it's called Meta Battle that does, but you can't really easily create your own builds. It's just like you can see what the meta builds are. So I'm trying to still find a good build calculator out there. But yeah, there's a lot of sites like that out there that either stopped being updated months ago or they haven't been updated because of the new Heart of Thorns stuff. And it becomes, for a while here, it's going to be interesting trying to get to the info. But yeah, like the wiki is still good.
The wiki. Oh, I had trouble. I had a lot of old skins from town clothes still in
Oh,
my
yeah?
bank. Like it was really taking up some bank space. I had like I think 7 different items still. Remember the baseball cap they gave you at lunch? Like
Oh, yeah.
I still had that like as a skin. Like,
Oh yeah, I've got that sold my bank.
yeah, what you gotta do is you can go to like Holbrook or any of the Divinity's Reach or any of the main cities, and you go to the Black Lion Trading Post area, and there is a Black Lion Trader like armor dude That's not what he's called, but
Is that what he's called?
yeah, that's what he's called.
Do you think he
That was
regrets
just
being
some-
called that?
Yeah, and you go and you talk to him, and I had them in my inventory. I'm not really sure if that mattered. That character's inventory because I pulled them out of the bank, and he's like, "I see you have some items, and you should totally change those over, dude." And so,
He talks really weird.
Well, his name's Dude.
Dude,
Yeah, his Black Lion armor dude.
you got my rug, man.
Some boss-looking gear.
so
Just want my rug.
I finally
What
converted
the
that.
fuck is this baseball
You look like
cap
a raw
looking thing?
motherfucker who's about to get some dirt done.
So I finally did that today and saved like 7 bank slots. So I recommend people do that. But I was nervous because I wasn't certain I had waited so long. Like I wasn't certain if that guy like existed anymore in the game, but he does.
I'm sure he's very happy now that someone realized that he still exists.
Well, and after everybody listens to the show, there's going to be a rush on them. Just to be like,
Oh.
what the hell did everybody
Only-
find out about me?
Only if there's like a lot of people who played at launch and then haven't done shit until now.
Yeah, that guy's got to get bored.
Yeah, because at this point, like, there can't be a lot of people. I had a witch's hat, and I had devil horns, and I had a little baseball cap, and I had another weird wizard's hat, and I don't know, I had a bunch of stuff.
Maybe Brent's right. A
What?
bunch of people go because they listen to us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Black
sure.
Lion armor dude will be
Sure.
like, "Oh, fucking MMO show sent you." Righteous. That's all.
Yeah.
Righteous. That's bitchin'.
Tell them these-
Oh, God.
Oh, you're a thief. Oh, double guns.
Yeah.
Trademark pending.
Trademark pending. Anyway. Cool. I think
So that's Guild Wars 2.
we totally talked about Guild Wars 2. And
did.
we're kind of running out of time, but I wanted to know if... Can we get to the part where we're cheating on MMOs yet, or do you guys have more to talk about with MMO stuff?
What's cheat?
Let's cheat.
Let's get dirty.
I can get dirty with some Jessica Jones talk. Did you guys...
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
Jones.
Have you guys watched it?
That's
No.
a dirty, dirty show.
Do you guys like it? I
Is she
love it.
moist?
Sometimes.
What?
Yeah. I'm loving it.
Don't watch it with your
Really
kids.
good.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is
it's-
not a kid show.
Have you not seen it, Slurms?
No, I've not yet.
It is way grittier than Daredevil.
Yeah,
And-
like Daredevil's borderline kids. Like this is 100%.
No.
How is Daredevil borderline?
I don't think
The
Daredevil.
guy that drops his own head onto a
No.
spike.
borderline.
Well, I could say. Well,
kids.
we watched like the first episode with Matt, and then watched the second on our own, and after that, we're like, no, it's not. I mean, like this from the first episode, it was very clear, and I knew from the comics.
Wait, the
like,
comics adult only.
This,
type of
yeah, this
deal.
comes from a
Yeah.
Marvel, their Max line, which is adults only. Like it
She's
is
so
not-
amazing, and I love her.
See, and
Here's
I've
the
loved her
thing.
ever since the Bee in Apartment 23. It was such a hysterical show that got canceled, but she was amazing in it, and so
Yeah,
I was
she's
really
great.
happy to see her. in that.
Oh, she was.
I had seen her
yeah.
mostly in Breaking Bad. She was really good.
Yeah,
sound-
that's
But then she died. Yeah.
I'm gonna sound like an idiot,
Spoilers.
probably.
What?
I don't even know who Jessica Jones is.
I didn't either until
Okay,
all this
Do you want me
hype
to give you
started
the
happening.
quick
so-
non-spoilery rundown.
Yes.
Okay, so she has super strength, and she tries in the Marvel comics. She does a brief stint as a superhero, but it ends in tragedy. So she kind of fades to the background. Doesn't really advertise her super strength or skills, and tries to become a private investigator.
Okay,
So she can do some good without really being in the limelight.
that makes sense.
Yeah, and it does totally exist in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, but she never has troubles with pickle jars again.
No, she can open those bitches.
Yeah, she could.
But her kryptonite is she doesn't like pickles.
That's not true.
Oh,
That's
that's
not-
why you like her so much.
That's not true.
In my head.
Jason, okay, this show is so like I am in love with the bad guy. It's David
It's
Tennant.
David Tennant just
And he is
it awesome.
fantastic. He is a fantastic evil guy. Like, oh, I called it a Roko, and Jason wanted to divorce me because it was so disturbing. But it was so great. Like these two hate each other and connect on a really well. Like it's just really well done. I thought it was
Yeah.
fantastic.
I think, like you said, I agree. I think his character is the best villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by far. Like surpasses Loki.
He
with no-
surpasses Loki to me.
Yeah.
And I love Loki. But he
Like, and I love how Kingpin was done, but no, this is
Loki is better than Kingpin,
past
but
that. And I agree.
Kingpin
I like
was-
Kingpin a lot.
really well
But-
done.
Yeah, I think it goes like this guy, Kilgrave, Loki, Kingpin, and then everybody else.
Where's Joker following that?
Oh, wow.
See, he's not a Marvel.
But I did
Okay, so
I
there's
actually did say, like, in one of the episodes, I said that David Tennant, I said he's very Joker-like, and how he's just so whimsical. But
You probably would do a good Joker.
yeah, yeah, he's really great. He's always great in what he does. So
Is he rocking the British accent in Jessica
Yes.
Jones?
Yep.
Okay.
yeah,
Yep. No, he does a great job. He chews up scenery, but he, like in later episodes, they explore his character. He does a great job with everything they show.
I don't want to
good.
spoil it for you,
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
or for anyone listening, because how did you finish the season, Brent?
No,
No?
I'm waiting for my wife to catch up.
Gotcha.
That's why we had almost the same conversation because I was like, do not let the kids be in here when you watch it because it's like you ever wanted to see two superheroes go at it like and how hard they would.
Yeah, we're Luke
She's
Cage.
like, oh, I can take that off my search list now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know, Steve, do you know who Luke Cage is?
He wouldn't know that.
Luke Cage?
Yeah, I mean he's a fairly prominent Marvel hero in the comics.
Oh. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about somebody's real name. Yeah. I don't know why. I think I do. I'm going to look him up just to verify if I
Just
know that.
tell him who he
Yes.
is, honey.
He's got diamond skin.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's in this fairly like a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, I don't want to give spoilers, but he's kind of linked to Jessica Jones in the comics.
Yeah.
Now, not to switch topics, but it sounds like we're winding down on it. This other show you'll have listed here, I really wanted to watch it, but so what's
The Man in the High Castle.
yeah.
It's a novel, or it's based on a novel from like the 60s.
Philip K. Dick, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's the story's out there. I don't even know if you can give spoilers when the book's been out since the 60s.
Well, I don't know if you follow the book. I never read the book.
I know, I never read the book either. But it is basically what if the Axis powers won World War II. And they have
It's
total
set in the 60s,
and they have total control of America and what that would be like.
right? And so the Nazis have one half of the country, Japanese have the other half.
It's
and
not even half. It's divided
No,
by the Rocky
but-
Mountains. But yeah.
But it's kind of from the point of view of from the point of view of all sides. So of the Nazi side,
Yeah.
of the Japanese side, and kind of the Americans.
There's a
who-
few characters you're following along.
Yeah.
And so like you get like little bits of how all these elements are coming together. But there's a resistance, and the Man in the High Castle is like, people don't know if he's a myth or not, but there's these movies out there, and a lot of people who are risking their lives haven't never even seen what's on the films and stuff, and it's just like, what happens to them while they're trying to work for the resistance, and we've only gotten into like few episodes because we focused really heavy on Jessica Jones. So
did y'all binge watch Jessica Jones to
We-
get that over with?
Yeah, we finished it yesterday.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna finish
Binge watch
I
The Man in the
think
High
we're
Castle.
4 episodes in. I think Man in High Castle has like 10 episodes. So
yeah, that
Yeah.
won't take long, but
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be jumping on that one too.
it's really good,
yeah, that one's on Amazon Prime if you have that.
and the characters are really well done. But hooray! There's the TV portion of the MMO show for some reason, but.
Right. Right.
Hey, if Defiance can be both? Like it just opened up the whole discussion thing for us there.
Well, and I'll throw something else out here just to go even further from the topic of gaming. but get meta in that couple podcasts that I've been listening to that you might want to pick up. They're actually not. They're more radio shows almost. They're like dramas.
Mm-hmm.
The one called The Message, and one called Limetown, I believe. But they're both awesome. They're really short and easy to digest. Like, one's like 15-minute episodes and one's like 30-minute episodes, and they're like 10 episodes.
I like those. I like those, like the radio show ones, like Welcome to Night Vale. It's kind of like it's like a radio show. Have you heard of that one?
I haven't, but I will check it out.
It's a very bizarre town in the desert that is besieged by odd things, and you only hear it. The show is only done from the perspective of the town's local radio announcer.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, and it's a very bizarre. But I like putting like that on if I go for a run in the house, like if I'm on the treadmill, because treadmill running is so boring. But if I put that on, like, 10 minutes flies by because you're just getting into like what's going on in the town, and you're like, oh, cool, done with.
And that was the night of the what town? The
Welcome to Night Vale.
Welcome to Nightville.
Yeah, Night Vale. Sorry.
Oh, not Nightville.
No, Night Vale. It's
probably a better name.
But they're really popular, so I thought like I was last on that train. But I said something new. Yay! And yours was The Message, and then what was the other one?
Limetown.
Limetown.
I say that like that's the real name because I'm looking it up just to make sure.
I'll check both
I just
those out.
finished both of them, but both of them are really good.
Cool.
I enjoyed them.
I love those. Those are getting popular with podcasts, and they must take a ton of work, but they're awesome.
Yeah, Limetown. Limetown and The Message.
Got it. Bang. All right. JBJ Blaze is asking, have we ever played Wizard 101?
I never have.
I never have.
My daughter has
Yeah.
a little bit.
I have
And she
not.
got to the point, like within a couple hours of,
Hey, I need money.
hey, I need money to go do this thing. I'm like, nah.
No, you're done, baby. You won the
That's
game.
Well, they shut the game down, honey.
Oh, that's so mean. Anyway,
There was another one like that she played as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember
The
what
Pirates
it was.
101?
yeah, maybe.
I don't remember if it was Pirates or not. It might have been.
Penguin Club?
Well, she's done Club Penguin from time to time, but again, I don't think she's ever been able to spend money on it. 'Cause, no. Daddy says no.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
We already bought Minecraft for you. You're done.
that's all you
That's
get.
your game.
That's what you live on now. Cool. I probably will spend a lot more time in Guild Wars 2 this week. And you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I remember I had bought those never-ending harvesting things. The axe.
Oh, yeah.
I bought them before they were account bound. They were soul bound back when they first released them, and I put in a ticket, and it's been like a week and a half.
Oh.
So, and I haven't heard anything. So you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I bought new ones.
You'll get a response on Monday.
Yeah, probably. So I bought new ones, and I bought the flutes that do the thing, and like little fireflies come and little swarms.
How are
come.
those?
But they're cute. They're very girly. I mean, if you're a mesmer, they would work because the butterfly theme.
True.
Or if you just have a very love of butterfly type of character.
I didn't burn down the school. The butterfly did it.
I guess. But I like it because my elementalist is very feminine. So
I have the Watchwork pickaxe.
Yeah.
So that I can actually get some sprockets so I can spell some make some money, sell them. Bleh. But then my sickle and logging device are both the robots
cool. I got all the flutes.
because I like hearing them talk.
I saw someone using those today. Those are really cute.
Those are awesome.
Yeah. Just so you know, like the never-ending harvesting nodes. Because usually, if you use an axe, like you get like a certain number of uses out of them, and then you have to go buy more and more and more and more and more from the merchants. So you use real money and get gems, and you can buy these never-ending ones, and that's what we're talking
Or
about.
you can convert gold to gems.
You could, but I don't have any gold.
If you want to farm.
I don't have
gold.
any. I don't have any gold. So
Hmm.
yeah, so that's how they get you. So this is my second set of never-ending tools. Because I bought the 1st
You're
set
welcome, ain't it?
prior to them becoming account bound. But anyway.
You're spending so much money on the game that they should be brought to you by the MMO Show.
Yeah.
When you fire up Guild Wars 2, it says,
Thank you, MMO
thank you
Show.
to the MMO Show.
Dumping all that money in there.
Thank you to Shannon.
So yeah.
Scans and pads.
Yep. I
Yeah.
think that's it for everybody, though. Right?
Yeah. I think we're all set.
All
And
right. So, hey,
what?
listen. Get the fuck out of here.
You said that at first like Dora. Hey, listen!
No, he
Yeah.
didn't. No.
Get the fuck out of here!
But if you guys want, I'll post